Welcome back to another YouTube video. Coming to you from the car, post leg day. Today we're going to run through today's high day. I attempted to film yesterday's rest day. I filmed one meal and forgot the rest of the day. So we're going again today. Try and remember to film my meals for this high day. But yeah, just trained legs. It's currently about 9 o'clock, 9:15. Legs was good. I'm doing 2 rotations of legs now, really. Well, there's only one movement being rotated, but if you follow my Instagram, you'll see that I've been hammering the Smith squat for a while now. I've had a little niggle in my right knee, like right at the top. Could be tight quad, but it feels a bit like joint inside the knee, which is obviously not ideal. So rotating squat variations. Smith squat is the first one, and pendulum is the second rotation. So I will just flip those, 1 week then the other, go back to Smith squat, pendulum, Smith squat, pendulum, and go like that for the rest of this phase probably, which we probably got about 15 weeks left of this second push. So going well so far. Legs was good today. Still training 4 days with 3 rest days, which is working well. Recovery's good. I don't think I could do 5 days right now. If I was to do 5 days, I'd have to throw an arm session in or something, because recovery just wouldn't happen, and it would just impact the rest of the session. So 4 days a week I've done before. It's working well right now. Like I said, recovery's good, training's good, numbers are flying, and we're in week 5 right now. So in terms of food, macros for training day are 800 carbs, 325 protein, 90 fat. Macros for rest day, 700 carb, 325 protein, 90 fat. And then obviously we have high days where get added carbs pre-workout meal. So added 50 gram of carbs pre-workout, added 50 gram of carbs intra-workout, and then 2 cookies with my post-workout meal. So meal number 1, going down, post-workout meal. 149 grams of the Chocos, which are just like the Cocoa Pops but a different shape. 40 grams of whey, 2 cookies from Sainsbury's. That is the flavour, if you can see. It's backwards, isn't it? But the triple chocolate Belgian, which probably I give them a solid 8 out of 10. So yeah, meal 1. But yeah, we'll get this down, and then I'll see you for meal number 2. So, as you saw in the last little clip, was meal 2. I was in a bit of a rush, so just had to film what was there. I'm just going to talk about it now. That's normal meal 2 on a training day. So, what do we have? 2 bagels, 3 whole eggs, 2 chicken sausages, 52 grams of jam, spread across the oats and bagel. By the way, if you're not having a jam bagel or jam on toast, I think it's such an underrated snack or easy carbohydrate to add into your plan, or with your breakfast. And then 120 grams of oats, the jam, raisins, 21 grams of raisins, 25 grams of raisins, a bit of cinnamon, and that's it. Standard train day meal 2. So on a day like today, because I only have 5 meals today, because we have the Offszn meal later on, and I don't have my pre-workout meal. So meal 2 is 2 o'clock, which I had today. I had it 20 past 2. I know, pretty late, but this is meal 3 now. literally just fish and rice. It's, what time is it, like, it's 4:30. So, and then I've got one more meal after this, and then we go Five Guys. So I try and get my second to last meal in, meal number 4, in at about 6, and then I get to Five Guys for about 8, and that's my last meal. And then I will go probably pick up some Ben & Jerry's because appetite is quite good today. See what I want from Asda, the Asda around the corner from Five Guys. So yeah, meal 2, obviously White Monster, always. Sorry, meal 3, White Monster. I don't find, for me, I consume quite a fair bit of caffeine, not loads, but my caffeine through the day is exactly the same every single day. So I have a double espresso in the morning before training. I then have a coffee, just like an Americano, black Americano, with my second meal with the eggs. Because I'm weird like that. I have to have like coffee and eggs. I just love that mix of breakfast. And then I have a Monster throughout the day. You know, whether that's, I try not to have it like later than 3 or 4, really. But sleep doesn't really get disrupted by caffeine, I don't think, for me. That anyway, you know, if I was to cut it out for a week and then put it back in, it would probably cause some sort of you know, me staying up late or struggling to sleep. So I probably do need to do a caffeine break at some point because I really haven't done that. So probably when I come to my next deload, when I'm not training, I'll probably cut caffeine for a week and then get back on it when training starts again, when we go back into improvement phase. But we'll get this meal down now, and then we'll see you for the next meal. Just to add on to that, the fish and rice meal is literally just 130 grams dry weight jasmine rice and 2 fillets of cod, peas, and that's it. Right then, meal 4 going down. It is actually about 7 o'clock. I just finished doing some work for a dinner that I've got on Saturday. So that's all done. Just getting the menu sorted and the food that I need to go and get tomorrow, start prep tomorrow. So time for meal 4. I think I just said it's 7 o'clock, isn't it? So I need to kind of eat this pretty sharpish, and then get on the road and get to Five Guys. So I'm probably going to eat this and aim to get to Five Guys for about 8, I think. Appetite feels pretty good. It's only chicken and rice. So we've got 130 grams of jasmine rice, only 150 grams of chicken, and then peas, and how much is it today? 14 grams of mixed nuts. Normally it's 14 grams of cashews. I didn't have any cashews, so I just got mixed nuts in the house. So did some of that, and that is this meal. So one more meal to go. I'll probably get to Five Guys, give you a little show around. I'm not going to talk in Five Guys. I'll probably talk when I get back. Show you what I get from Asda in terms of dessert and stuff. But that's pretty much it for today. Just this meal and then Five Guys to do. So and in for cardio in the morning. So back from Five Guys. I'm filming this again. I just did a big spiel on mental resilience towards bodybuilding. I must have talked for probably about 5 minutes, so I'm going to keep this pretty short, but kind of touch on it as well because I do want to get into the video. So Ben & Jerry's Caramel Choo Choo is today's choice, this week's choice, and a muffin. Just got back from Five Guys, been for like a digestion walk for about 20 minutes. Yeah, I saved like 2,500 steps. I saved about 2 to 2,500 steps to do when I got home, so I could get a digestion walk in and feel a bit better after Five Guys. I hate going to, I never like going to sleep straight after I eat. I always like to get some steps in before I go to bed, just to help with digestion, and make sure I'm good to go in the morning, make sure digestion is going to be good overnight and I can sleep well. So we got that done. I think I've finished steps. I might have a few more to do, but we're going to get this down now and pretty much call it a day. But what I wanted to touch on, what I just spoke about before in a fair bit of detail, but the storage on my phone is annoying. But yeah, what I touched on was the taking away all kinds of, taking away all kinds of emotion, or emotional choices that you might make during bodybuilding. It's something I've tried to work, or I'm currently working on myself daily. But it kind of stemmed from prep, I think. Because what I was saying was kind of the physical aspect of bodybuilding is easy, I think anyway. Training hard. If you love bodybuilding, the physical aspect is really easy. It's very, very easy. It's a passion, it's obsession. You do it, you love it. Whatever it is, cardio training, steps. You do it without having to think. But there are obviously other aspects which are mentally tough. That might be the cardio. It might be the low amount of food in prep. It might be the high amount of food in the off season. And the majority of people give up on bodybuilding or stop bodybuilding because they can't mentally deal with that side of things anymore. And I think it's a big thing to work on for yourself during your journey as a bodybuilder. And it's something that you can continue to work on day in, day out, and it's a very, I think it's a very powerful thing if you can overcome that emotion towards the choices you're making or how you're thinking about things. Say for example, the eating, off-season eating. Today I probably consumed close to 6,000 to 7,000 calories, which for some of you might not be a lot, but it's quite a lot of food, and that's every day. That's every day consumption, pretty much like 5,000 on every day, pushing up to 6 to maybe 7 on a high day. But to mentally get through that is a lot, and you have to. Something I've worked on trying to is disconnecting myself emotionally from bodybuilding, which might sound weird. You might say, but it's your life. You want to kind of enjoy it as much as possible, which I am. But there comes times where it's tough. It's tough to put away the food that you need to put away, to put the weight on, put the size on, especially with myself being a taller guy, being 6'2". I need a lot of size, and I need a lot of food to just fuel, let alone building, pushing body weight up, just to fuel and maintain. I need a lot of food. So to be going into that every single day, and kind of emotionally detached from food is something I've tried to do, because I love all the aspects of it. I love all the aspects of bodybuilding, which is why I do it. I love training. I fell in love with training when I was 17. I love eating, to be fair, I do. But it is challenging, which it should be, because if you want to be the very best, it's only going to get harder as your journey and career goes on. So trying to realise that and set yourself up for that early, I think it can be a massive advantage over other competitors, over other guys you might go up against. If you can just crack on, tick the boxes, not really think about it, and just get it done. Not think, basically just not thinking too much into it, and just getting on with the process. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to touch on. But I'm going to leave that there because I think I've said enough. But we're going to leave that there, guys. I'm going to eat this. I need to go to bed as well. I'm going to eat this, go to bed, watch a podcast, sling this away. I feel quite good now after those steps. And then we've got cardio in the morning. So fasted cardio in the morning, rest day tomorrow. Interested to see what my body weight is tomorrow morning. I might tag that onto this video actually, film tomorrow's body weight increase, see what we put on. Knowing me, it'll probably be like 0.5 pound or something, just ridiculous. But it is what it is. So yeah, we'll leave it there, guys. I'm gonna finish this. Thank you again for watching, whoever is watching or whoever got to the end of this. Appreciate it. We're very close to 1,000 subscribers, by the way. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button. It'd be pretty cool to get to 1,000 subscribers. Not that it means much, but you know, I've always done YouTube every single week for the past few years. So it'd be pretty cool to get to 1,000 subs. So yeah, appreciate you guys. See you again next week.